It's quite the dichotomy. Or should that be die
really
cock
is.
on me?
Oh my god,
Two
damn it.
cocky jokes in one link. Sometimes I even impress myself.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what time zone you're in or what time you watch this video. Today we're back with the doc, and I don't know about you, but I am ready to disco. So here we are with Power, which is one of the danciest songs I feel like Ren has ever released. I know every time it comes on, I'm dancing. I'm sure you all are too. So without further ado, let's see what Doc has to say. Love you all. Let's jump right into it. we honestly, we haven't even started, and I'm already kind of laughing just because, man, it's the Doc. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Oh yeah.
Get it? Power.
Ren. Right from the very first bar, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. Although I must say it's refreshing to actually hear you say it, instead of downplay it.
Yeah, actually, exactly like Iron. Yeah, I love that. This is your god complex leaks. Oh, it's so good, man. How can you not move to this track, right? Well, don't look at Dog. Pretend he's moving too.
These kids don't play my shit, I never had a top 10. Maybe it's cause I sing about violence and depression. They say don't blame these kids, just focus on yourself, friend. Well, if they don't like what I'm doing now, then fuck them. Don't trip, I up the ante, learning licks like John Pashanti, smoking spliffs and popping candy, idolizing Sid and Nancy. Woo! Rock and roll in my soul, bumping, knocking cold on the dole, fish and chips and games consoles, council house and violent flow.
Ren's influences are even wider than I suspected. His musical taste spreads more easily than chlamydia. Ren loves artists that celebrate counterculture, the misunderstood, and champion mental health. The Sex Pistols sang about toppling the monarchy. Scar Tissue by the Chili's was about drug addiction and the solitary struggles many addicts face.
Oh, I didn't know
Rage
that.
Against the Machine raged against the machine. And as for the streets, well, let's never forget Mike Skinner's poetic love story about meeting the girl of his dreams in a kebab shop after a banging night out. As Shakespeare himself might say, she was indeed fit eth, but she did indeed know it eth.
But like
Yo, come on. Tell me when you want to speak Shakespearean that you don't just add eth to the end of anything. You know what I mean? Like, I looketh upon thy face eth, and I am blown awayeth by your stare. I don't know, something along those lines. I love it that he's doing that too. Eth.
sweeter home. Mom and dad took a trip and they split shalom. What will be, but me, I hate to see my mom alone. Late night crying, get so high to try to silence sounds of fighting. Through the walls I heard love dying, so I focused on my...
All jokes aside for a moment, they are some of the most real bars I've heard from Ren so far.
Truth.
He's almost laughing about his mom and dad splitting up, with the flippant use of the word shalom. But that is just a coping strategy to protect himself emotionally.
It's rough.
He acknowledges that it hit him hard. He tried to block out the fighting and the pain it caused through use of recreational drugs. And since the split, it upsets him to see his mom alone and feeling lonely. Through the walls I heard love dying. Damn, that is profoundly simple and yet so sad. I for one am pleased that through all of this Ren found his passions in life, his music, his friends, his talents, his power.
Hell yeah.
Real talk now.
Yeah, yo, like, we talked a little bit on Power, but, like, truly, like, this is, like, opening his soul up for us to see. And I like that Doc points that out, but I'm sure, like, man, like, it must be so hard for Ren to do that, to just be open about everything. And like, obviously he knows that the end game is worth it, but to put yourself into that vulnerable state is so hard. And something that kind of Doc mentioned here, that he was kind of deflecting, right? Like, he makes jokes about it and he kind of puts it to the side. But I'm glad that he's gotten to this point where he puts it into the music instead, right? Like, I'm sure back in the day, like when he used to use drugs and whatnot to get through it, this is a much better option. This is so much better. And not only now is he therapizing himself, but he's therapizing all of us too, right? Along the way. I also have parents who divorced, and like, I can connect with some of the bars he's saying, and in that way I'm able to move through my own experiences as well. And that's what the power of Ren really is. It's not just his ability with music, it's his ability to connect to people and connect us to ourselves. That's the true, real power of Ren, in my opinion, obviously.
Now.
I didn't expect this to get so real. Goddamn.
That's what it was. I focused on
And even now I'm back in the music already. Like, the Ren is so good at that, man. Flipping the script.
Let's go back. These kids don't play my shit, I never had a gold plaque. My style is old school, but I swear this ain't a throwback. I put my visions into rhythms on a dope track. To understand the place I'm coming from, let's go back. When I was 16, I was a sick teen, I was a victim of my head.
These slant rhymes are so clean.
Backing up lines till my nose bled.
In the past I have ribbed Ren for being a filthy druggy skank. But now I see how this helped him get through some really tough times.
Yeah, man.
He used substances to numb the pain and delay feeling the depth of his true emotions. Who knows, this may even have kept him alive. Still, kids, drugs are bad, apart from those prescribed by Big Pharma, of course. Oxycodone and sertraline, fine. Microdosing LSD or mushrooms. Get inside that cell, you prick. You are clearly a massive danger to society.
16.
God damn. Something I do actually want to touch on a second is that, like, it's true, man. You walk around and sometimes you'll see people who are, like, obviously on drugs, and, like, our initial instinct is always to be like, oh man, stay away from that person, right? It's kind of crazy how little we know about people, that we don't know what situation they're going through that has pushed them to that point, and quite literally, like Doc mentioned, it might be the only thing keeping that person alive. And I think that's something that was stressed here by Doc that's super important, is that, like, yes, drugs can help, but they shouldn't be your go-to, especially stuff that's, like, really hard on your body, stuff that can become easily addicted to, anything like that. Like, you don't want to have to go to those places to feel better, and hopefully you don't have to. But for some people, they just don't have a choice, or they've been put into situations where that's not an option. So sometimes, like, you see people in that situation, don't always judge a book by its cover, because really we don't know what has led up to that point, and maybe they've had a terrible, horrible suffrage of life that has led to that point. And that's kind of what it's about, right? We need to just understand that we don't always understand everything.
In an affliction, in an addiction with my dread. I was just 16, I was quite sick then. I was a prick then, I was a pleb. But fuck it, we're all misguided individuals, life can suck it. My cup ain't half full, man, I'm filling up the whole bucket. I'll drink my tears so I can drown my sorrow. Sing like I might die tomorrow.
One of my favorite lines, honestly.
I love how humble Ren is when he admits that he was a bit of a prick. A pleb.
How
Pleb is a
humble he
very
was about
underused
it.
word, by the way. I hope it makes a comeback bigger than Bukkake. Get it? Come back. Bukkake.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
my
I'm really interested in this interplay between the down-to-earth, almost self-deprecating...
Yo, you can't do that, Doc. It just gotta skirt by it. Oh my god, come back Bukkake. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to talk about it on the channel, but, like, you can look it up. Don't look it up. Don't do it. It's not worth it. But, like, if you want to, you know, it's up to you.
between the down-to-earth, almost self-deprecating Ren and the other Ren we see who wants to own the whole world and every motherfucker in it. It's quite the dichotomy. Or
It
should
is.
that be
It
die
really
cock on
is.
me?
Oh my god,
Two
damn it.
Bukkake jokes in one link. Sometimes I even impress myself.
For no, I go for broke on every single song I wrote, and every single song I write brings freedom to my weary mind. A healing that you'll only find inside an intricate design of kicks and snares and fat bass lines. I flip the script until I find my... It is what it is. I focus on my...
It still got me.
Now run the track. Run the track. Get it?
This is such a good beat.
Get it?
Oh, it's so clean. I love how he does it. Oh my god.
Get it?
I enjoyed that song very
So
much.
good.
I think it might be my new favorite. Apart from losing it,
That's how I
of
felt
course,
after listening to it too.
Hunger was pretty tight too. And let's not forget Genesis. Ah shit, I can't pick.
Just all of them.
Anyway,
Just all.
Ren is at
Exactly.
his best
Exactly.
when he is vulnerable and congruent. We see
Yo,
both here by the
100%.
bucket load. It's also pretty
By the bucket load. Drops in the bucket. I see you, Doc. I see
fun
you.
to see him just jamming in a car with his friend Samuel.
Yeah.
More power to them both. Until next time, renegades. Love and mushy peas. And don't forget to hit that
Mushy
motherfucking
peas.
subscribe button. You'll be
Hit it.
clicking on
Hit
the
it
screen
hard.
anyway. Just click on the part with the big bell end.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to Doc, you need to subscribe right now. Okay, so a couple things I want. Ooh, I lost the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. Well, it's all live, so this is the problem with doing everything live. Give me 1 second. There we go. One thing that I really appreciate about Doc is that there is an element of seriousness in all the videos where we get to learn a bit about Ren, but then there's also the humor aspect of it. And tell me that's not more Ren. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that Doc is Ren or anything, but that's very on brand. You know what I mean? Like, we're learning, but we're also laughing in a way that makes it digestible and kind of approachable of a topic. Even when we're addressing really difficult things like drug addiction, we're still enjoying talking about them while learning a bit about ourselves and about other people. And that's exactly what I love about Ren, and that's what I'm starting to love about Doc. Not starting to, I already do. Just the sheer capability of conveying so much in a very approachable way. I love that. And also freaking hilarious, man. Come on, the chlamydia thing killed me. But then the guy just, honestly, I don't know who's more crass, Mrs. or Doc, you know? You guys decide. Let me know what you think. Actually, I've only seen one Mrs. video, but she's got, like, that video was like up to 11, you know what I mean? So I think she wins, but let me know what you think. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, like Doc, go to subscribe to Doc. And also, if you like this, subscribe here too if you want. We'll be checking out more Doc and Mrs. But most importantly, hope that your week is better than your day, your month is better than your week, and your year is better than your month. And love you all, and I will see you on the next one.